I'm Ananya, and let's talk about the things we feel but don't always say. The power of reassurance, or maybe you can say the language of love we have forgotten. You know what's heartbreaking? An overthinker is rarely asking for miracles. They're asking for certainty. They're not waiting for expensive gifts, grand gestures, or dramatic declarations of love. They're waiting for one simple sentence that, like, I'm not going anywhere. Reassurance is one of the purest form of love. It doesn't cost money. It doesn't take hours. Sometimes it just takes less than 30 seconds. Yet for someone whose mind is constantly at war with itself, those 30 seconds can become the difference between a peaceful night and endless anxiety. Because an overthinker's mind is a battlefield. Every delayed reply becomes 100 different stories. Like, what if they are losing interest? What if they found someone better than me? But the tragedy is they don't choose these thoughts. Their mind is trapped in an endless labyrinth of uncertainty, where every silence echoes louder than words, and reassurance is the only light that guides them out. Love isn't only about saying, I love you all the time. Love is saying that you are overthinking, let me clear our mind kind of things. Because love isn't just an emotion, it's an assurance of emotional safety. And sadly, we have entered an era where people celebrate being nonchalant, where expressing emotions is considered desperate, and where replying with warmth is mistaken for being too available, where vulnerability is treated like weakness instead of courage. Especially in modern relationships, many people have confused emotional distance with emotional maturity, as if caring less somehow makes you stronger. It doesn't, because being emotionally unavailable has become a personality trait people wear with pride. But the irony is, the strongest people are not those who suppress love. The strongest people are the ones who know how to make someone feel secure. Because reassurance isn't begging. It is not about clingy. It isn't feeding someone's insecurity. It's simply reminding the person you love that they don't have to fight invisible battles alone. Now imagine carrying a storm inside your head every single day, and the person who could calm it chooses silence instead. Silence doesn't always create peace. Sometimes silence becomes the loudest confirmation of every fear an overthinker already has. And that's why reassurance matters the most. Not because it removes every insecurity forever, but because it tells the other person, if even if your mind is against you, I'm not. These kind of things you can say. Real love isn't measured by how intensely someone says, I love you. It's measured by how consistently they make you feel safe enough to believe it. Because at the end of the day, love isn't about finding someone who gives you butterflies. It's about finding someone who quiets the chaos inside you. Someone whose words become your peace. Someone whose presence becomes your certainty. Because for an overthinker like me and you, reassurance is not a luxury. It's the language in which love is understood. And most people do not want to understand this simple thing. Thank you so much for watching.